Let's go live there. And of course, I'm gonna go through, introduce, and do all that. I'll toss what I'm spoken to. Looking at these girls now, they do not look nothing like that now. No, they don't. Let's see some invites out here, kind of going on a little early. Somebody giving me some love already. I see some hearts. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the escape. Just kick it. Just kick it.
I think I need you to share your playlist with me. I might work. I might have more productivity at my office.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah. You saw me. I walked in and I was dancing.
Hey, Sylvia, Rain, Carla, Doretha, Miss Marta. Hey, Queens. Hey, beautiful ladies, Calvin and Tasha. Thank you all for signing in and joining us. I got a special treat for you today. You gotta love this beautiful lady right here. Yo. She said, yo. And we are jamming to the Escape. We just gonna kick back. So you know how we do. Here on Neighborhood Jams with Sunny Council. So we're giving a few more minutes to log in, and we're gonna keep jamming on this Thursday afternoon. It's a lot cooler today.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Yes.
And it's not raining.
And it's not raining. Yeah, we got both of best worlds, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you all so very much for tuning in. This is Sunny with Neighborhood Jams with Sunny Council. And of course, I could not do this today without having my special co-host today, which is Miss Athena Captain.
Hi, everybody.
She's from Turner and Sons, and we're going to dig into talking to Miss Athena here in just a few moments. But you know what I have to do first. I have to thank my sponsors who shows their continuous dedication and love to Neighborhood Jams. And so starting off, I want to thank the Morningstar Storage, Kristen Harris, for giving out 2 full months of any size storage. Of course, you get the boxes and a roll of tape, a cylinder lock, and a Morningstar tote. So that's what you would get if you share the video. You have to share the video, okay? Then, of course, we have Miss Sylvia Love with those butter cookies. And oh my gosh, if you haven't had the butter cookies, they are to die for. Here's your flavors of the cookies. You get to pick 2 of the flavors there. And of course, you get a half dozen of the butter cookies from Miss Sylvia Love. You can truly taste the love in there. Okay, guys. Also, thanks Social Solutions for being my sponsor for my remote podcast for my podcast today, as well as giving away a 1-hour free studio certificate that's going to be right here live in their studio. And then they're also doing a $199 promo special. That's a 60-second video for any business that is targeting on the social media platform. So you definitely want to check out with Social Solutions. Also want to thank Victoria Huggins over at Studio 89 for giving away a 1-hour free massage. Ooh, who doesn't need a massage these days? And then also Miss Joy Poteet from Enjoy Natural Hair Care. She's giving away skincare, and she also has a hair line, a natural hair care line. And she's also doing an event this week. I'll make those announcements in my announcement section. And then last but not least, thank you, Get Genius Academy, for our trip for 2 to Las Vegas or Cancun. That includes room, board, and food. All you have to do is get yourself there and get yourself back home. So if you want to know how to be a winner from any of the sponsors, you have to share the Neighborhood Jams videos for the whole month of July. And so you only have 3 Thursdays to share for this month because I shut down last Thursday to enjoy the 4th of July with my family. So I hope everyone enjoyed their 4th. And if you're here today, then you made it through. You did it safely. You didn't burn a finger or cut a finger off or were dangerous with it. So we want to thank you for that and for tuning in. So thank you guys. So today on Neighborhood Jams Live, I wanted to talk to everyone about building a new home on your land. It's one of those things that I actually admire this beauty queen. She is a phenomenal, positive, motivated speaker. She does classes here in Oklahoma for all of our local realtors and other businesses. But by far, Athena is one of those, if you've met her, you would love her. She just has that kind of personality and tenacity about her. So I have some information about Miss Athena, but I want that to come from her. So, and I even did some research and found out she's got some favorite quotes. And so I'm going to quote some of them from her. So, so welcome, Miss Athena.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
I am excited to have you.
Yay.
And so being a mentor and being good friends with you for the last 4 years, and you've been with Turner and Sons for how long?
8 years.
8 years. And so tell us a little bit about what you do at Turner and Sons.
So I was hired 8 years ago to take over their sales and marketing and take the company from a production builder, which is build and then sell it, to 100% custom builder, building on land. And that was my job, is to figure out how to do that and be the director of sales and marketing. So I continue to do that. And now I'm actually a business partner and owner as well.
That is awesome.
Yes.
So when I first met you, you were on the team working and building up the business. And now, that's what I'm talking about. Look at God do moves and make moves. And so that is awesome. So you're a devoted wife to a husband, Jerry Captain.
I am.
And how long you been married?
We have been married for 7.5 years.
And you guys are taking so many different trips. It is amazing.
Yes.
You get some relaxation time. I love that about you.
Thank you. Yes. Work hard, play hard.
Yeah. We got to learn how to start doing that, you know? And it's one of those things that you are big on time blocking.
Yes.
So I love that. I mean, if you are here in Oklahoma City and you get a chance to hear this woman, you need to go hear her because she's got some great nuggets. So one of your quotes is that no excuses, no explanation.
Love that one. Tony Dungy. And I love that. In my last career, we actually had it on my desk. But the issue is if you have an issue in life, or you have an obstacle, if you make excuses, then you're never going to get past it.
That's right.
But if you either decide that I can do this is how I'm going to do it, and this is the solution to the problem, then you'll achieve.
Absolutely. I agree. That's some great nuggets. I'm sorry to say, but sadly, it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you.
Yes.
And that's by Dr. Seuss.
I think that this is something that, I know that's a funny quote because it's Dr. Seuss, but it's really important to me. As entrepreneurial people, we do not talk enough about how difficult the journey to become successful is.
Yes.
We all like to tout, like, hey, I'm free and look at this, or I'm successful financially, or what have you. We don't talk enough about the day in, day out struggle, the path, the struggling path it took us to get to this success. And I really want people to know that that's a reality.
That is.
And that it's okay, and that you're not alone, and there's a lot of who's been through it. And as your business scales, there's new opportunities for stretching.
Absolutely. So, as they always say, more money, more problems. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I will say this, and one of my mentors on here, one of my sponsors, Mr. Ace Laveau, is very huge in that area. He talks with videos time to time, and it's so great to hear him inspire entrepreneurs about you can get through this, and you know it's okay to just say F it, let's just do it. So I love that about you guys and how you guys can spread that love, and so I thank you guys for that. Asa, thank you, and thank you, Miss Athena. So we're going to dive into this thing, and I had to bring my notes from the last class that I took with Miss Athena. She probably didn't think I was going to do that, but how to become an expert on building on your land. And so she shared some great nuggets there, and I kind of want to talk to and educate the community, Athena, which was the reason for this podcast, as to when we first... Me as a realtor, and I believe my client Tasha Stewart is on here, and I love Tasha Stewart. If you've ever heard me and Tasha Stewart talk about her story, it is truly humbling and amazing that people get very serious when it comes to home buying. Oh, yes. But people don't tend to stop and think, I can build a home. I can actually get something built brand new on my land. So if you own your land or if you don't own your land. So we're going to kind of dive into that a little bit. And so I know that in the steps of becoming an expert on how to build on land, where would you suggest a person to start? Because with me as a realtor, I'm going to tell them to get their construction financing. But to open it up to talk about Athena with Turner and Sons, you do a wide thing on a variety of scope, and it's custom home. These are not spec homes. Please, let's make sure we understand that. These are truly custom. You design it, you get it. It's not anything that somebody else has. And that's why I want to make sure I brought Miss Athena Captain on here today. So what would be the first step that you suggest?
Okay, so if I was a family thinking about building a home, my first step would be contacting a realtor I trust.
Okay.
I wouldn't go talk to builders or do anything like that, honestly, until I started talking to a realtor I trusted.
Okay.
And I'll explain in a minute why that is the case. The second thing I would do is, once I had a relationship with a realtor, then I would find out what type of builder that I'm looking for. What do I want in a builder? Tell that to my realtor and make sure that the realtor then contacts me with the right builder.
Right.
I am not the only builder. There's some very good builders, and there's different types of builders.
Absolutely.
So it's important that the realtor understands the different types of builders that build custom homes on land and has relationships with those builders.
Absolutely.
So that would be my first step.
Okay.
If I was a realtor, the first thing I would be doing is make sure that I have very good relationships with builders, that I understand their process, I understand how they do business, and I understand that they value me.
Yes.
Unfortunately, there's some builders out there that do not value realtors, and as a builder, I'm just going to tell you that's tragic. We have learned personally that all the homes that we build that a realtor is involved are just a better transaction. So very important that you partner together and that we work together. But that would be the first step.
Okay.
Once you do that, then the next step is really trying to figure out, where do I want to build, and what type of builder am I looking for? And a realtor should be able to ask you some very good questions to get you in contact with the builder. Then, even before you purchase land, I would meet with a builder.
Because you want to make sure the land is built on.
You got it. Because here's the issue. We have a lot of people who come to us who are just dreaming about building on land. And we have land experts that can actually go out and look at that land and make sure that there's no hidden little gotchas, and that they're well protected, and that it's not going to cost another large amount of money in order to build. It's just education. And a good builder will have a good relationship with their realtor in order to make sure that they do that with the client.
And that's so important. As I've built relationship with a few builders over the last couple of years, of course, I have one. And of course, I have you as well. There's not too many others that I have come across that I can really gel and build that relationship with. So it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. And I truly admire that you guys really take care of us realtors, and that the fact that you have suggested that clients see a realtor first. And so that's a good thing. So some of the information here that I'm going to pull out. Now, for an example, we could go two different ways with this. I have land. What would your suggestions be?
I already own land.
I already own land. Okay. So now what?
All right. Say you have a realtor and you already own land. My next thing was, I would jot down, if I was the client, I would jot down on a piece of paper, at the end of my build, how do I want that experience to look? I know that sounds odd, but just do it.
So is that reverse? That's working backwards.
You got it. Okay. Like what do you want? Because if you ask somebody what type of builder you're looking for, you don't know.
Right.
How do you know? But if you write down kind of what you want the experience to look like, then go interview a number of builders.
That's a smart idea.
Now, if you have a realtor, go interview the one the realtor's already vetted for you. If you don't have a realtor, maybe get one. But if not, then at least reach out to a couple of builders. If you have that reverse engineered, what I kind of hope the experience is going to look like in the end, it will help you weed out the different types of builders. Okay. So there are builders that do everything up front. There's builders that change throughout the process. There are fixed cost builders, cost plus builders, all types of builders. Ooh. So you need to kind of understand that, which is why if you're listening out there and you own land or want to own land to build, this is why getting in a relationship with a realtor that's already vetted some of those builders that can get you in front of the right ones, and then you can ask some questions.
Right, right. It's always great to know.
Yep.
And so in doing the opposite, I don't have land, but I know I want to build. So how do you, Turner and Sons, help me find land and build on it?
First thing I always say, so if you are dreaming about building on land and don't know where to start, just start here. Even if we are not a good fit, or if you decide that you like another builder better than us, not a problem. If you look at our website on Turner and Son Homes, we are heavily trafficked nationwide now as a resource for building on land.
That is awesome.
So at least if you meet with us, we'll explain some things for you so that you can be well protected, know what you're getting yourself into, and know the process and steps in order to build on land.
That's awesome.
We do those meetings with no pressure and zero requirement to build with us.
Awesome. Now, when you say nationwide, that also means you can help my clients here that may already own a home and want to build in another state.
We can help them with information. We can't build it for them, unfortunately.
Right.
But, now, there's information. So before I came here today with you, I was talking to 2 different people from Texas who are looking for builders, and I can't build their house for them in Texas, but I was able to pull information off my website in the ebooks on them to give to them in order for them to vet and know the questions and to make sure that they pick the right builder.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah. So again, it helps to be educated, totally educated. You need to know what you're doing. And when it comes to people in our field, in our industry as an expert, you definitely need to make sure you're partnering up the right people and you're asking the right questions. And I will share that I appreciate you. In one of the classes that I attended, you gave us a list of questions to ask even builders to interview with other builders. And so I appreciate that. And I got a chance to utilize that and was able to say, no, clients, we don't need to go that way. So able, just like how partnering up a client with a home is the same way with partnering up a client with a builder.
Absolutely.
And so it's one of those you gotta like, know, and trust. And so let's see, I'm trying to think of some other things. If you think of something, let me know.
I will. One of the things that I want to tell people is that when you start thinking about building on homes, building on land, or building a home, there's a fallacy out there, and I just want to put it out there.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what builder you're with. It is not less expensive to build a custom home than it is to buy existing.
It's not.
It is that. I hear it all the time. Oh, if I can't find what I want, it'll be cheaper if I build. That is not true. It is more expensive to build. However, you get what you want, and then obviously the maintenance cost in the beginning is lower. However, a couple of other things. There's reasons why, if you're sitting listening to this, or if you're a realtor in the industry and you have a client that's thinking about building, there's a couple of things that's going to scare them off. 1, they're afraid they can't find the land. 2, they're afraid of the lending. Financing for a custom home build. I can't afford it. I don't have a big enough down payment.
Right.
If you have those 2 issues, do not be afraid. There are options out there. There's ways to find land, and there are financing options in the state of Oklahoma, especially, that you would surprise you of what is available. So if people have those 2 concerns, tell them, at least, and if you know me, have them come in and talk to us. From that, again, no responsibility to have to work with us. We'll at least educate them on all the different options that they have, because I think a lot of people are a lot closer to making this a reality than they think. So it is possible. So those are the 2 things that people get scared off of. And you guys, there's options.
Tons of options, and so much to where that's why I just left from a class also that I will talk about later on. But it's one of those that if you're out here educating yourself, you're able to give your clients a more of a service, and you're able to reach them where they are versus trying to put them somewhere that they don't want to be. And so that's one of the things that I always educate my clients. Okay, if we've looked at 20, 30 different homes, they're all going to start looking the same after a while. So at that point, you need to consider building a home so that way you can build it the way you're looking and want to dream and want to pay for. Because it's nothing like paying for something that you don't want versus paying for something that you really wanted and now you got what you wanted. So
that's what I love that you say that. We call it the unicorn effect. And so we like to tell our realtor partners, if you have that client looking for the unicorn, we build unicorns.
That's awesome.
We have not built the same house in 4.5 years.
And that's what I love about dealing with custom built builders, because you don't get the cookie, the spec homes. You got something uniquely different, uniquely. I love that. Now, when you talked about, I had some notes here that talked about knowing about the land is buildable. So there are, because we're so hilly here. Hilly means the ground is not flat surfaced here in Oklahoma. We got a bunch of steeps that go down and come back up. So when you're looking for land, we also talk about easements. And the easements is basically a shared property where another agent or another owner has to access their home through your property, is what we call an easement. So when looking for that, is that something you guys are able to find out through the land or?
Absolutely. So say you came in, let's just say you came in today, Sunny, and you and your hubby were interested in building on land. And you told Jerry where you would like to build. So Jerry is our land expert. And Jerry would then
Jerry.
So then Jerry would start looking for land. Now, we would look at land, what he'd be looking at in that land is, do you have ingress, egress? Are there any pipelines underneath that land that you need to understand that are there? Because they could stop you from where you can build your house. Isn't it a floodplain? Is the topography of the ground built in such a way that it's going to mean a lot of dirt work in order to get it buildable? Mm-hmm. Is there a lot of tree removal? What's that going to look like? How are we going to build the infrastructure? What are the utility costs to get it in? Do you have gas? How are you going to get water? Do you need a septic? All of those things we will help with. Are there title issues? Are there things that we need to go down to the city to help figure out? There's all of those things. If you partner with us, we will help you throughout that entire process.
So it helps to educate yourself. So if you're looking for a realtor, I would love to work with you. I can partner you up with Miss Athena Captain. She's also tagged here in the comments section, so that way you'll be able to reach out to her as well if you have certain comments. But I definitely wanted to make sure that everyone is aware that you can build a brand new home almost for the same price as an existing one. What is the lowest amount that you guys go to?
So if you take out the land cost and well and septic. Okay, so take that out. I build houses from $135,000 to $1.6 million, and everything in between. So we do not discriminate. Just because your budget may be what people consider a little bit smaller, building a house, designing a house is designing a house.
It's designing a house.
If it's 1,300 square feet to 8,000 square feet, it's still designing a house. It's your house and how you need it. The only thing you get tricky in there is if you have to add the land cost in there, well, septic, and dirt work.
Okay. Then so it starts going up from there.
You got it. Now, I'm building a house right now. We just designed for $155,000, but their family gifted them the land, and the Indian tribe is paying for the well and septic. So there's one-offs like that. So it's worth a conversation.
Absolutely. Yep. So, I mean, it's one of those things that's why I want to have this podcast, is to take the time to educate the community. Yep. I see a statement here of, interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting when you find out that you can actually build something that's brand new, that's custom for you, and it's going to pretty much offset. It's not going to be cheaper or more expensive. What you get is what you get into it. So if you go in there and you want all this granite countertop and luxury ceiling fixtures and things like that, that starts adding up the costs. So the main focus we try to educate is to build the house, but make sure you're keeping in mind of your amenities that goes in the house. That's what kind of increases, would you say, increases the price of the home, the things that you got to put in there. Like if someone wanted tile or a certain kind of tiling in their floor, or the crown molding that's got to go all the way around the house.
If I've learned anything in designing custom homes, is everyone wants to spend money differently. What's valuable to you may be differently valuable to me.
Right.
Especially when you're building on land, what we find is the clients are building it for themselves, not for resellability. So
I wish that they would like to think about that.
Yeah, well, we design it exactly the way they want it.
Okay.
And so we put the money where you want it. If you want it in crown molding and you've got the budget, we do it. You can build a very nice house for a low cost, and we can help you figure that out. We work with you on design. We design all the houses in-house, and we help you work through all of that, and you still get a beautiful house. We have some very nice amenities in the smallest houses we've built. So you still can get nice. And then we just figure out what's really important to you. What do you want to spend your money on? And then we apply the money to that and maybe not something else.
Now, would you say most people nowadays are more worried about the kitchen, the openness of the family gathering and things of that nature? Because I'll be honest, I know some builders, well, those are probably the spec homes, but they build these bedrooms so small where you could probably only get a twin size bed in it. So it's almost like I want something spread out to where at least can fit a queen, but not so big.
And this is the beauty of custom homes. So my team is designing a house right now where the family deliberately wants small bedrooms. That's not typical, but that's what they want. I have another family that is building 14 by 14 bedrooms. because that's what they want. I have people that we in the last year designed a house that is like my house. It's ADA accessible. So you've been there. It's extremely open.
Yes.
I have another client right now that she doesn't like the open. So we're designing a house that is all cut up. Not my thing. I wouldn't like it at all, but she loves it.
Yes.
So what we have learned is a true custom builder, walk in with zero ego and an open mind and just listen.
Yes.
What do they want? Design it to fit in their budget, design it to fit their needs. And it's not about me. It's about them. I mean, we've built farmhouse looking houses. We do barndominiums. We do modern looking houses. We do little houses. We do it all because it's your money, your dream, and we're just here to make it happen.
And I will say this, if you're qualified to purchase an existing home, you'll be just as qualified to purchase a brand new home. So you kind of have to sometimes put that fear to the side and just take the step and do the homework. Because generally for a new build, it would take 6 to 9 months to build, would you say?
Depends on the size of the house.
The size of the house, of course.
Yeah, if it's over 800,000, it typically has more details in it, so it may take more longer than 6 months. But I mean, we just finished a house that has a basketball court and a climbing gym in it. That took longer than 6 months. So
wow.
Yeah, but
I even like the story you told us about the fishing tank that you guys built right at the
walk-in. I'm excited. We just finished that house, and I'm excited to get that on the website.
I want to see the pictures.
Oh yeah, you walk in and there's a fish tank underneath your feet. So
if you love aquarium type things.
I think
Turner & Sons can build it for you there.
I think the thing to take away from this is that it's not our house.
Yes.
All you're paying for is our expertise to help you make it a reality, our lending connections to make the financing easy, our land expertise to make sure that you're covered, and then we design it the way you want it.
And you get to go pick all the fun stuff. It's really fun to build an actual brand new home. Yep. So now when she's talking about the financing, there's 2 parts to this. Generally, there is a lender that I do know that can do a one-time. There's a way that you can do a one-time construction loan to where the lender pulls your credit one time and gets you financing for that entire process. They do the construction lending, which allows Turner & Sons to be paid to build the house. Then once it's completed, then they convert it over to a permanent financing, which is where you pay a different lender for the mortgage payment. But what I want to say in that part is that when you are actually working with different construction lenders, they're going to kind of look for the same thing that your regular lenders are looking for. Some may require you to put that 5 or 10% down. So it just depends. Now, I will say this, if you currently own your home, you're already sitting on equity. So most times, most lenders will look at that as equity, and you'll be able to move right on into there. So I see we have a few questions in which I was kind of hoping some people would start seeing and coming out with that. So one person state, that's crazy. My husband just talked about building a house. Let's do it.
Talk to Sunny.
Let's do it. We need to talk about building on land. If you have land that's free and clear, you need to consider building. You really do. And utilize that land. I own my land, want to redesign existing home left to me by my grandmother. Turner & Sons can redesign it for you. So, Doretha, we just want to definitely make sure that if you already have the land, that you can get what you want. Want to redesign existing home? Yes.
We don't do remodels, but happy to talk to you and make sure that you get connected with the right people.
And if not, then that'd be some great construction workers. So absolutely. Where is land available? All over Kalia. All over. If you're here in Oklahoma, it is starting to fill up. I mean, it looked like it started from the city of Oklahoma City and just spread it all the way out. So if you're going as far as Jones, as far as Guthrie, I mean, land is still available, but is at a cost, at a pretty penny, because land is not cheap as it used to be. And we're trying to educate people on that as well. Land that used to be $5,000, it's not that. That land is probably worth $20,000, $30,000 now. So if you're able to grab some land, let's get you connected with Turner & Sons first to find that right land for you to build on. And then, of course, I know that with that, sometimes the land can actually be included with the purchase for the construction, correct?
50% of our clients come in and the land is consolidated with the purchase of the construction loan.
Wow.
So, you don't have to have land in order to talk to me. We'll help you find the land, help you figure out the lending for the land. If you want to buy land, sit on it for a couple of years to build, still talk to us. We'll get you in contact with people that can help you with the lending piece and also make sure that the land doesn't have any hidden gotchas.
Yeah.
For when you want to build in a couple of years.
You don't want no gotchas.
No gotchas.
You surely don't want that, because that'll definitely set you up.
Yep.
But Kalia, I would love to visit with you, beautiful, and talk to you more about that. Get a game plan in place. Connect you with with Turner and Sons, Athena and her team, to locate some land for you, whatever area of town you're looking for. And if it's something you want to, like she just stated, purchase the land and sit on it. Purchase the land and sit on it. And then once you regroup and you're ready to build on it, then let's get you connected back with Turner and Sons and let them build you that custom home. So that's one thing that I really, really preach about, because let me tell you this one nugget. When you get a brand new built home, your insurance is a fraction of what it would cost if you bought a brand new one. I mean, an existing home. So for an example, I had a client that was looking at a 2018 home in December, and his insurance was $96 a month.
Wow.
On a brand new house. If
I wish mine was that.
Right? If it was an existing home, you're probably looking at 160 or 170. Wow. So I try to educate the community very heavy on building. Consider building new. I'm getting ready to build new. I stepped back to get my credit and finances in place, and I'm getting ready to get my house built as well. Tasha Stewart is one of my clients, and she's been a joy to work with. She's kind of got me in that mindset. And so, yay! Yeah, I'm ready to build. So, yes. Was there any other nuggets that you would like to give out to us all as we're sitting here? I see some questions coming in.
Let's see. Let's answer the questions, and I'll give nuggets if I need to.
Are construction loans open long together? Construction company, the rights to draw money out the account until the actual project is done outside of construction loan. What do y'all charge 20%?
Okay, so you're asking a number of questions. One is a construction loan. Most construction loans are interest-only payments, and depending on the builder, but like I'll just use as an example, we have a draw schedule. So every time we finish with a phase, we ask your bank for money, and then as we finish the house, then the house becomes paid off. And it is once the construction loan the construction is finished, the construction loan is finished, and then you go into your permanent mortgage. As far as what we charge, the 20%, if you're asking, do you need 20% down on a construction loan? It depends on the bank. Certain banks want 20%, but we have banking relationships with banks that do 5%, 10%, 15%, and 20%. Depends on your family and your family's needs. So we'll work with you and connect you with a lender that we know, like, and trust that can fit your needs. Because honestly, Sunny, not everybody has that big chunk of money. And so you get scared off and it's like, oh, I don't have $30,000 or $40,000 of cash in the bank to build. Don't let that scare you. We can get you in contact with some builders. Some banks, and see if building is actually feasible for you. And
keep in mind, your credit qualifications is what gets you the amount. So the higher your credit scores, the lower the amount that you'll probably have to bring to the closing table. So just keep that in mind.
That is one of the factors. Although construction lenders are they're in a box. This is their
Get out the box.
I know, they're in a box. And so you walk into a lot of banks, and a lot of banks are like, we don't care what you look like on paper, it's 20%. So gotcha. I always tell people, if you walk in a bank and your bank that you've been banking with forever, if construction loans are not their jam,
they might be looking for that 20%.
They may be looking for the 20%. Don't be discouraged, you guys. Call Sunny, and she and I can make sure that you get connected so that it can become a reality. This person who said that your property is in Jones, we build in Jones all the time. We love Jones.
So come on, Ms. Dorita.
Yeah.
I'm trying to scoot this on down here. Let's get to...
And by the way, we do build in Oklahoma County and every county touching Oklahoma County.
Kalia, don't debate on it, sister. Let's build. Let's build. Let's build. We need to build.
Or at least have a conversation. The one thing I promise, and I know Sunny's the same thing, if you're dreaming about it or even thinking maybe this could happen,
don't question it. Just call us.
Just call us.
Free consultation.
Yep. I like to tell people, if you meet with myself or my team, that you'll either get really excited about building, or you're like, oh heck no, I'm out.
Right.
But at least you have the information to make that
decision. Absolutely. Absolutely. On my next question, do you have to have A1 credit to build construction loans? No. That's what we were just talking about. It's totally going to depend on you, your situation. Every person is different. Everyone's credit is different. Everyone's income is different. And depending on the lender that you go with, you may get them on a good day. You may get them on a bad day. But they have their rules and regulations that they have to abide by as well. So they
do. One thing I tell people, don't let that discourage you either.
No.
Because meet with a good lender that has a good construction product, and they will tell you what you need to do to maybe clean up your credit. I've built countless houses for people that when they first started thinking about it, it took them 3-6 months to do a little bit of tweaks to their credit, and now they're living in their homes. So if I say anything, please don't ever feel shame. If you don't have tons of cash in the bank, or maybe your credit's not stellar, this is our career. We'll help you. We're not going to judge you. We're going to help you, and if this is your dream, we're going to do everything we've got to do to make that dream a reality.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Hello, Lachelle. Yes, Kalia. I hope you listening. I'm gonna be calling you, sister. You on my target list. Watch out. You are on my target list. You are the one that just like my last client. I can't build. What are you telling me to build for? Yes, funny. You can. And guess what? She went from a $98,000 approval to 2 years later to $400,000. It can be done. It can be done. But it takes you to be serious, and it takes you to be committed. It takes you to be following the program. And that's anybody, including myself. So when I had made the decision I'm going to build, I had to restructure some things. Okay, I can't go do this all the time. I can't go do that. Right. I've got to save. I got to get my credit straight. I got to get my builder in place so I can find my land and hold on to my land. So I thank you guys. We are currently out of time right now. We went 5 minutes over, and I normally try to keep it at 30 minutes. But, it's one of those when you guys have questions about building new build homes, I want to make sure that you're totally educated on what you need to do. One question I do want to ask, and I meant to ask another construction lender, is there down payment assistance available for new builds?
Not that I'm aware of. However,
I'm gonna have to dig into that and ask.
Yep, I don't think so, but there are other things. So just bring the families to us, and we'll talk about them.
See what I'm saying?
Yep.
So if you're looking for
all about who you know,
it's all about who's you knows, right? So if you are in Oklahoma and you're looking for a realtor to work with, I would love nothing more than to work with you. If you have a friend or family member that needs some assistance with buying or selling or investing, I would love to partner up with you. I'm not just your traditional real estate agent. I am hungry to educate my community. So that means I'm out here educating myself to share that information with you guys. So please, please, please let me know. Inbox me, call me, text me, send me some kind of smoke signals to let me know that you need some assistance, and we'll get you a game plan. And then I'm going to partner you up with Miss Athena Captain. And I've got to thank you so much, my sister.
What a fun day.
Yes. And so I can't get off of here without doing a couple more things. So please bear with me, guys. Get all my stuff here.
She's a professional.
Man, let me tell you. Okay, so just a few announcements. The Eat and Greet is tomorrow night. That is hosted by Oklahoma Black Eats and Apollo Woods. Hope you all caught Apollo Woods this morning on Channel 5 as he is talking about the Black Foodie Summit that's going on Saturday, July the 13th. I put all the details in my comments here for you to go click on the Facebook links. David Threed is hosting the 444 Day Party Volume 2, the College Dropout. So make sure you go check that out. That's this Sunday. Also, Joy Poteet is doing a Create Your Own Body Butter and Scrub this Sunday. Wow. I shared that link in the comments. And then, of course, I just came across this business and pleasure networking event that's going on Sunday as well. So I put those links in the comments for you to check on and to let you know what's going on this weekend in Oklahoma City. Today is 7-Eleven, so 7-Eleven is giving away free small Slurpees, if you will. I'm going to go get my son and go get him one and me one. How about that? Until 7 o'clock. Now, 2 more things. I got to do the Daily Motivator. You guys know how inspiring I like to inspire people. So let me go ahead and tell you about the Daily Motivator. Live it now. I love God. He is always awesome. Live it now. All of existence has arrived for you to experience now. Your entire life has unfolded so you can enjoy it now. This is not practice for later. Now is when the experience of living becomes yours. There is no waiting for the perfect moment, for the ideal condition. There is no putting it off until this arrives or that departs. Life with its endless variety of riches is now. Life with lethal risk and sublime, joy wholly entwined, exists entirely in this moment. Celebrate your unbounded good fortune at being right now in the same exact realm as everything that is. Put the glorious opportunity to use in the service of all you love and treasure. Open yourself to ups, the downs, the discoveries, difficulties, joys, and wonders that extend out as far as you can imagine. Life is here. Live it now. Get that new house built now. Don't wait. Don't judge your credit. Don't judge your income. Get in contact with me so I can connect you with Miss Athena Captain from Turner and Sons, and we're going to show you how you can make that a reality. Because it gives me chills just to know that you can actually build you one. I can't wait. I can't wait. So I got to thank my sponsors. What you got to do to be a sponsor winner is share these videos. Share the videos. That's all. It doesn't cost you anything. The little share button, just click it and share it, and it's done. Tag me in it so I can know that you shared it, so I can put your name in for the drawing. I'll be doing drawings on August the 1st. So thank you, Miss Kristen Harris over at Morningstar Storage, giving away 2 free months of any size unit. Wow. You'll get a roll of tape, a cylinder lock, and a Morningstar tote. And those totes is huge. My gosh. Thank you, Miss Sylvia Love, for sharing all your love with Oklahoma City with those butter cookies that you have. You'll be winning a half dozen, and you get to pick 2 of the 8 flavors that are there, or however many flavors I have there. Thank you, Socialutions, for my remote podcast for today. They have been sponsoring my podcast here in Edmond. Love them dearly, Josh and Zach the Boat. But they are also doing a 1-hour free studio as well as a $199 30-60-second promo session. So you got to get in contact with them as well. Thank you, Victoria Huggins, for a 1-hour massage, from Studio 89 Massage. Thank you, Miss Joy Poteets with Enjoy Natural Hair Care and Skincare lines. So she'll be giving one of those away. And last but not least, thank you, Get Genius Academy with Asa Laveau for the trip for 2 to either Las Vegas or Cancun. So again, all you have to do is to share the videos for the entire month of July. Now, today I was able to get a hold of some music that I want to share with you all. This is from Kai Dawson. If you know who Kai Dawson is, she is out there. Where is it at? She is with Short Dog, the jazz group that normally plays out here in Edmond. And I'm trying to get it to come up to play so that you can hear it. It is called Be Free. And I guess because I have all these screens open, it's dragging on. So bear with me just a moment here, guys. We're going to jam out of here to Be Free. Hey, Lachey and Craig, thank you guys for tuning in. We're at the end, so make sure if you came in at the end that you go back and hit rewind, replay, listen, and then be sure to share. Okay, here it comes. And this is from Kai Dawson, Be Free, one of her latest singles. And she's an Oklahoman, so she does some great work. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Be sure to tune in to me next Thursday as I'm jamming. Flower child, your head to the sky. They wanna be you, but they don't know why. So they do what they can to bring you down. Hey, all right. And break your crown. It makes them feel better. That's jamming, Kai. But they can't be the star that you are. This golden child sent from afar, and you know the secret inside of you. It's a simple truth. You just got to believe. If you want to live your life, you got to be free. I live it now. You got to be free. That's a jam, Cardi. I like that. It ain't hard to get it right. If you believe, the world on your shoulder, little soldier going to war. Do you know what you're fighting for? Now, promise the truth, the giving of life to get by. Your mama's doing the best that she can. All right, you guys, that about do it for us today. Make sure you tune in to me next Thursday right here at 2:30 as I am jamming with the Allie Myers from the Moms Foundation as we talk about a great community of mothers that are getting together and doing some wondrous things in the community. So make sure you tune in to me next Thursday on Neighborhood Jams with Sunny Council. It's your girl, Sunny Council, and my special guest, Miss Athena Captain. And we're going to sign off here. Make sure you get in contact with us. We want to get you in your unique home. Have a great day. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.